welcome to another edition of Total Technique TV. My name is Kevin Rockwell. Thanks for joining us today. Peter's got all the grids and the cones laid out for some speed, agility, and fitness drills he's going to talk to us about today. But me, I'm just relaxing because I'm watching a lot of good football on TV from the World Cup this month and loving it, and I hope you are too. But on today's show, Peter, what do you got for us today?
Well, Kevin, it may be a little late for you, but we need all our players to work on fast feet and agility and quickness so they can compete at the highest level. But before we get into that, let's go to our latest soccer update. For this segment, we're going to talk about speed, agility and quickness. And what is it? It's really important that our players are light on their feet and can change direction quickly. Not every coach has agility ladders, so what we've done here is we've set out discs, something that every coach should have in their pack, to work on these different drills and show the different things we can do to make sure that our kids get the muscle memory to make sure they're nice and light on their feet. The first segment I want to show about is what we call actually the flying horse, which is just 1 foot in between every disc, nice high knees, nice use of the arms, and again, it just looks like a prancing horse. We're now going to step that other bit up a bit where we're going to have fast feet with the prancing horse. So it's now 2 feet. Okay, that's getting the knees up high. It's also getting nice foot plants. The next one's my particular favorite. We call it the pop. We're going to have an imaginary soccer ball on the top of each disc, and we're just going to pop our leg and separate a bit like scissors over the top of the discs. We can do that right and left foot. Again, we need to work both sides of the body. Nice one is the side-to-side shuffle, the icky shuffle, which is a step skip. Again, looking at body momentum and also absorbing all the energy up and down so that we're not static. One thing we forget to teach in soccer is how to run backwards. So the next drill is where you're going to go from backwards to forwards. This side I'm doing it with my right hip facing the camera, so I'm always pushing off on the right hand side. Very important to make sure the kids work on both sides as well. We can do one-footed hops to make sure we've got stability as well. With the younger kids, it's really important that we do this slowly and we make sure that the knee is over the toe and doesn't go past the toe. We don't want any injuries. And maybe one of the last things we can do is bunny jumps, just so we're working on cardiovascular as well. So, speed, agility and quickness. For the next segment, we'll go into a circuit. So, speed, agility and quickness in soccer. We've shown you some basic drills through discs if you haven't got a fast feet ladder or a speed agility ladder. However, we also need to think about the full game and how can we put a circuit together to make sure that everybody is engaged in these drills. I'm just going to show you one example of a circuit that you can use that will really be fun for your kids and help them get in soccer shape. So we're going to start off with a prancing horse, and then we're just going to use all the discs to do different movements. Side-to-side shuffle across the large discs. Important, keep your body low, your knees are absorbing all the energy. Backwards run, very important. And maybe the right pop. Again, we're looking at all body motion. Again, side-to-side shuffle. Making sure we're light on our toes and we're ready for anything. Speed, agility and quickness, absolutely essential in soccer. The kids need to be able to play at a high standard. The bodies need to work at a high standard too.
So Peter, the drills you showed here in the grid you set out, this is one example. How many variations are there for this kind of a setup?
To be honest with you, Kevin, there's infinite variations and you're only limited by the coach's imagination. The really important thing is, soccer's an athletic sport and we need the kids to be light on their feet. The reason we need them to do that is they're running, but they're also trying to control the soccer ball, look to make a pass, look to make a shot, and they've got to have total coordination in the body, and that's why we look at these speed, agility, quickness drills. One very critical part as well is this is injury prevention. If the kids are light on their feet and they can land correctly and their body motor's working correctly, there's less potential for injury.
Do you think there's enough focus on that in coaching across the United States in terms of thinking along those lines of injury prevention during practices and training?
So one of the key elements of speed, agility and quickness is not just for athleticism, it's for injury prevention. We want our kids to be safe. We want to make sure that their motor skills are working in coordination with the body before we send them out to even play the game.
All right, thanks, Peter. And thank you for joining us today on Total Technique TV. We appreciate you being along with us. And we want to encourage you, give us your feedback and your comments in the box down below on the webpage below. And know that we give a free soccer ball. We do a drawing from all of the comments for each show, so you could get your soccer ball. And we look forward to seeing you on the next Total Technique TV.